Hello guys, today we'll do 5 fun science experiments at home. All of these experiments are easy to do and don't need any special equipment or chemicals to do this experiment. You will need 1/2 cup of baking soda, 1 cup of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of dish soap, red food coloring and a volcano model. To do this experiment, you will need 3% hydrogen peroxide, yeast, warm water, dish soap, food coloring, and a tall-walled container first. Mix together 1/4 teaspoon of yeast with 1/4 cup of warm water to do this experiment. You will need honey, corn syrup, dish soap, water, rubbing alcohol, vegetable oil, food coloring, and a tall-walled container. First, pour a thin layer of honey at the bottom of the container. Next, add a layer of corn syrup and a few drops of dish soap. But did you know that oxygen is essential for life on Earth? All living things need oxygen to survive. Plants use oxygen during photosynthesis and animals, including humans, use it for cellular respiration. If you want to learn more about science, check out our channel. We have tons of fun science experiments and science lessons that will make learning science easy and enjoyable for you. Thanks for watching. See you next time in our magnetic slime experiment. The slime was attracted to the magnets because it contained iron oxide. Iron oxide is magnetic and it's commonly found in materials such as iron and steel. Magnets can be used to separate iron oxide from other materials, which is why they're used in recycling plants to sort metals. Add a few drops of food coloring and swirl gently to mix. Density is a measure of mass per unit volume, and it determines whether an object will float or sink. In our invisible ink experiment, the lemon juice became fluorescent under the black light because it contained citric acid. Citric acid is a weak acid that fluoresces under UV light, making the ink appear to glow. Acids are substances that donate protons, and they have a pH value less than 7. Lemon juice has a pH of around 2, making it a weak acid. Now pour a layer of water on top of the corn syrup and let it settle. Repeat the process with rubbing alcohol and vegetable oil. The liquids will form distinct layers because they have different densities. This experiment is a fun way to learn about density, and it is also a great sensory experience for kids. Next, pour 1/2 cup of hydrogen peroxide into the container. To do this experiment, you will need 1/4 cup of lemon juice, a cotton swab, paper towels, a glass jar, and a flashlight with a blue or green filter. Did you know that baking soda is a natural deodorizer? That's why it's often used in refrigerators and on carpets. It works by neutralizing acids and preventing bacteria growth, which causes odors. In our baking soda volcano experiment, the vinegar and baking soda reacted to form carbon dioxide gas bubbles, which caused the eruption. But did you know that carbon dioxide is also responsible for the fizz in soda water? When carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, it forms carbonic acid, which gives the soda its characteristic fizziness. First, pour the lemon juice onto the paper towel and let it dry completely. Place the paper towel in a glass jar and cover it with the lid. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Remove the paper towel from the jar and place it under the black light. The ink will glow brightly. This experiment is a fun way to learn about fluorescence, and it is also a great science fair project. Add a few drops of dish soap and food coloring. Now slowly add the yeast mixture and watch the foam erupt like toothpaste. The hydrogen peroxide and yeast react to form oxygen gas, which causes the foam to expand and look like toothpaste. This experiment is a fun way to learn about chemical reactions, and it is also a great sensory experience for kids. First, add 1/2 cup of baking soda to the bottom of the volcano. Next, pour the vinegar into the volcano and watch it erupt. The vinegar and baking soda react to form carbon dioxide gas bubbles, which cause the eruption. The dish soap helps to stabilize the foam, and the food coloring makes the eruption more dramatic. If you don't have a volcano model, you can make one out of paper match or clay. This experiment is a great way to learn about chemical reactions, and it is also a lot of fun. You just need some basic household items which you can easily find in your kitchen or bathroom. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And let's get started. This experiment shows how magnets can interact with certain types of slime. To do this experiment, you will need 1/2 cup of clear school glue, 1/4 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of borax, green and red food coloring, a mixing bowl, and magnets. First, pour the school glue and water into the mixing bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of borax and mix well. Divide the slime into 2 portions and color 1 portion green and the other red. Now use the magnets to play with the slime. The slime will be attracted to the magnets and form cool shapes. This experiment is a fun way to learn about magnetism, and it is also a great sensory experience for kids. Our first experiment is the classic baking soda volcano. This experiment shows the reaction between baking soda and vinegar, and it looks really cool when the mixture erupts like a real volcano. Our next experiment is the elephant toothpaste. This experiment is a fun and easy way to learn about catalysts and enzymes. Our third experiment is the magnetic slime. Our fourth experiment is the rainbow density tower. This experiment shows how liquids of different densities can be layered on top of each other. Our fifth experiment is the invisible ink. This experiment shows how certain substances can become fluorescent under black light. Now let's move on to some fun science facts related to our experiments in our elephant toothpaste. Experiment: the hydrogen peroxide and yeast reacted to form oxygen gas, which caused the foam to expand. In our rainbow density tower experiment, the liquids were able to be layered on top of each other because they had different densities. We hope you enjoy these fun and easy science experiments.